Solid construction caravans and motorhomes are some of the most rigorously tested touring vehicles on the UK's roads. The company prides itself on its thorough testing programme, which includes sessions at some of the world's most renowned proving grounds in Germany, Belgium and the UK.
We come here because this test environment gives us hard data, hard facts as to how the caravan will last. It's not subjective, it's observational, but it's also measured with strain gauges, so we get lots of fine data as to where the loads are, what they're doing and how high they are.
Following test procedures developed by Myra and BPW, a selection of solid construction caravans and motorhomes are put through their paces every 6 months. This ensures that each and every Elddis, Compass, Explorer and Buccaneer model that comes off the company's concept production line can comfortably stand up to the rigours of many years of usage. What's more, the results of the testing process allow the development team to keep improving and refining their manufacturing processes as time goes by.
Yeah, I think it's really good because we can evaluate, specifically for me, more how the caravan works, and it gives us an opportunity to see which parts fail, and then we can go back and certainly make improvements to just make the caravan stronger for the customer.
And this gives them the confidence to back up each and every product with an industry-leading 10-year water ingress warranty. Today at the Mark Bronn Proving Grounds in Germany, the Solid team have been carrying out one of their regular towing tests.
The Mark Bronn testing procedure that we've been undertaking this week is about durability testing. We put the caravan through all the stresses and strains that a lifetime of towing might subject it to.
These take place every 6 months to ensure that the finished product is performing exactly as it should, and to help identify areas for improvement and refinement.
At Mark Bronn, the test we do is 300 laps, and Mark Bronn is the roughest test the caravan gets.
Each caravan is set up exactly as it would be on a typical family holiday, with full gas bottles, water tanks, and even heavy items stored in the cupboards and fridge.
The loading of the caravan for us is important. It has to be real world, it has to be to the maximum we state. We also add in a tolerance of overload. So this particular caravan has been loaded up to its MTPLM plus 80 kilos.
Over 2 days, the fully loaded solid construction caravan is subjected to 20,000 miles of simulated wear and tear. This includes towing over cobbles, along uneven surfaces, through potholes, and even striking against curbs.
Das Testgelände hier in Mark Bronn ist natürlich ein sehr hartes Testgelände wegen den vielen Schlaglöchern. Und es ist also mit das Härteste, was man überhaupt dem ganzen Fahrwerk und dem Aufbau geben kann. Die Schlaglöcher sind natürlich sehr dominant, die wir im Hintergrund hier auch hören noch. Und wenn das bestanden wird, dann kann man davon ausgehen, dass ein Caravan eine ganze Zeit, ein Leben lang hält.
Once this process is complete, the team will then overload the caravan beyond expected tolerance levels to find out how it will perform in extreme circumstances.
We do that just for safety. If you test to the maximum limit and everything's fine, great, but you always try and test it overloaded a touch to make sure that everything has a tolerance of capability.
High-speed towing, rapid lane changing and sudden braking is also carried out well beyond normal and indeed road legal limits.
What we're going to attempt to do is do a full lap of the Mark Bronn track in the back of the caravan, and we'll just see how it goes. That's us just going to come onto the cobblestones now. One lap of the track is equivalent to 100 kilometres of normal caravanning. After the cobblestones, we go on to smooth again. We go on to the lumps and bumps. As you can see, it's very, very bumpy. But here at Elddis, what we're trying to do is test the van till things start destructing. And as you can see, it's working very well. That's now the easy part over. We're now going to go into the potholes, which is the most severe test. And the potholes are coming up now. Here we go. We try to test a caravan with any new products once a year. And we come to Markbron because it's such a severe test.
These hair-raising tests clearly demonstrate the benefits of the unique bonded chassis floor assembly and monocoque body construction with its seamless joints.
We stop every 10 laps simply because the car can't take it. So we use some heavy-duty towing gear. Typically they use air suspension on the cars to give the durability, but it overheats. We simply, with the air suspension, jack it up and get some hose pipes and spray it with water until it goes cold. Once we can touch the suspension and it doesn't burn our fingers, then we're safe to continue.
At the end of the day, everything from the smallest rivet up to the entire chassis will be observed and measured, using strain gauges and continuous computer recording throughout.
The bay is very helpful. We need to get underneath, we need to measure the chassis, we need to see how it's flexed, how it's recovered. We need to monitor for any cracks, we need to check on the strain gauge and make sure everything's continues to work. So we'll go underneath it, check the nuts and bolts, check for cracks, just a general inspection.
This allows the team to calculate the maximum tolerances of the vehicle and ensure they are operating well within their limits. The rigorous and scientific testing process allows the company to incrementally improve the durability and reliability of solid construction caravans and motorhomes.
We've cut the session short simply because we've made some observations that we don't want to proceed any further. We think will cause some damage. We've got 5 or 6 new elements on this caravan. I would say 4 to 5 of them have worked very, very well and exceeded expectations, and they've proven what we thought would be the case. The 6th one, I think we've pushed the boundaries too far. It's important to us that the caravan will last. Okay, so although we're keen to reduce weight, we don't do it to the extent that it might cause a failure. So until we can properly understand what's been happening this week with this one component, which I won't tell you what it is, we're going to stop. In the long term, what we're trying to achieve is a detailed understanding of how the components will last. Yeah, there's no point introducing a new material, a new component which looks good in the factory, good in production, good in the showroom, but down the line, 4, 5, 6 years, even beyond warranty terms, beyond 10 years, if it fails, what's the point in that? So we're trying to get some understanding of where the weak points are, where the strengths are, and where we need to improve them. So to that end, the mode of failure, the pattern of failure is important. So we inspect the caravan regularly and we see how it's fallen apart or how it's performing or how it's coping, how things break if they do break.
The team have been able to engineer in added strength and durability, as well as engineering out excess weight.
Testing is important to weight reduction. It's easy to take weight out of a caravan by cutting the materials down. That's no good if, in the long term, the caravan disintegrates. Okay, so in this way we can cut materials back and keep cutting back until they fail and then regress a bit, so that we've effectively got durability as well as weight reduction.
And even if the test suggests no improvements, the Solid team will continue to test every 6 months as they refuse to rest on their laurels.
This is my 4th year on the test, so it's given me an insight into pre-solid, and then now I'm looking at solid vans, I can see significant improvement.
Solid construction has been a surprise for us. The construction allows us to use the body as one piece. Every piece absorbs impacts, carries the load, spreads the load. As a consequence, what we found with solid construction is that the peak loads anywhere in the caravan are greatly reduced.
This comprehensive testing program underpinned the introduction of solid construction in 2012 and will continue to give the company the utmost confidence in the years to come.